Hello everybody, my name is Contrice and welcome to my channel. Um, Today I am going to be talking about a great topic, but before we get started, I hope you can hear me. I'm sitting outside and I probably shouldn't be because my allergies have been really kicking my butt lately. Hopefully my eyes are not too puffy. I took some Zyrtec, but I'm going to be talking about 5 ways that your insecurities may be holding you back. So I like to start off with definitions when I can because I'm an author. Definition of insecure by the New Oxford American Dictionary. The second definition that they have is of a person not confident or assured, uncertain or anxious. We all have insecurities at times. It's a normal part of life that you second guess or question yourself about things. Pastor Furtick once said that where your confidence comes from determines when it runs out. So, the number one way you may be holding yourself back with your insecurities is you'll be trying to prove yourself to people. Being a people pleaser, for instance, keeping up with the Joneses. When you're not sure in yourself, you feel like you need to be validated by other people to make you feel like you're going the right direction or you're doing the right thing, or keeping up with the Joneses in the sense that you're buying things that you literally can't afford to have because you want to get that validation from other people that you're doing well. We all want to do our best. And people that are insecure want to prove to other people that they're doing good, even when they're not. And that is where you fall into the trap of ego when you're insecure. Having unrealistic standards, like especially in religion or societal reasons, like you may go to a church or something and you feel like you need to be exactly how they're telling you to be because you want to be liked by the pastor, you want to be liked by the people in the congregation or whatever like that. And a lot of times the standards are very unrealistic because a lot of biases and human wants and needs come into play a lot of times with churches. But when you have your own personal relationship with God, you're secure in who you are spiritually and you don't care about what man thinks. And you'll find me talking a lot about that kind of topic on this channel as well. And societal standards, like I said before, keeping up with the Joneses, or also just trying to live in a manner that pleases other people, even if it's not being true to who you are as a person. The number 2 way that your insecurities may be causing, maybe holding you back, is that you will lose opportunities because you feel like you're not right for the position or that you're not good enough for it. Imposter syndrome. You second guess yourself. You're always wondering or questioning whether you have what it takes to do something that people are telling you that you're good at, or that you know deep down within you're good at, but you're like, oh, I don't know if I should apply for that or do that, because it's always that little thing in us that's trying to make us second guess things. So imposter syndrome. Also, things that you've done in the past or your upbringing can make you feel like you're not worthy of certain things. And that's where you have to come into play with grace and mercy from God. Nothing that you've done or nothing that you've came from can stop or hold you back from what God has for your life, except for you if you choose not to walk into what He has for you. So, really holding yourself back is part of just your insecurities and just not believing in yourself enough or believing in the calling and the promise that God has on your life. Number 3, your insecurities will have you trying to fit in or feel like you need the support of your environment. And that's a really big one. Sometimes when we do things and we don't get the validation quickly or get the applause quickly or feel like enough people aren't getting on board with what we're doing, we'll give up because we feel like our environment isn't supporting us. But one thing I've learned over the last couple of years is that 9 times out of 10, your environment will be the ones that they don't support you. I mean, is that really a surprise? Look at Jesus. He wasn't supported even in his own hometowns. But that last year I started doing a word of the year, and my word for the year last year was Godfidence, and I wrote that on my vision board. And Godfidence for me pretty much means that my confidence comes from God. And so when I'm doing something, I don't care or think about how man will react to it, or getting validation or approval or applause from anybody else. I really just go forward in it if I know God told me to do it and He confirmed me to do it, and I have the confidence, the Godfidence to do it once I have that. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, it would be a good time to hit that subscribe button. And also at the end of the video, if you like what I talked about, please hit the like button, and feel free to share this with a friend that you may be insecure, may be insecure or going through something where they need a little bit of confidence boost. So the number 4 way that your insecurities may be holding you back is because it can cause your ego to run you away from small beginnings or titles. So you may feel like you need a big title, and that's why I say ego, because a lot of times things come in small packages or small beginnings, and you might be like, oh, I don't want to do that. That's too small. I'm looking for something big. But one example for me is I started working at this consignment store when I was in Missouri, and I got the job because I used to go in there and shop a lot and consign clothes there. And one day the owner was like, hey, would you like a job here? And I wasn't working. I was a stay-at-home mom at the time, so I really didn't need a job. And then it was a $7.35 an hour job. That's the most I made there. So it wasn't financially going to make or break me, but I decided to do it just to have something to do while my son was at school. And it ended up being part of my path, because when I was in college, my major ended up being fashion merchandising, and I had to do an internship, and it worked out perfectly because I could use my internship hours. I can gain them from working at the consignment store. So everything worked out exactly the way it needed to. So don't despise small beginnings, and your insecurities and your ego may make you feel like you need to be doing something big. Another example for me and also my husband is that we used to love to clean the bathrooms, to clean the church, wherever we were when we could. That was just our thing. We didn't care about having a big title or being this big person that was doing everything on the front line, like, woo, look at me and look at who I am. A lot of times people didn't even know that we did that. And so we would always just we like to serve. That was our service. We like to do it. And if we had an ego about ourselves or insecurities about what will people think or why are they doing this or that, we wouldn't have done it. And it was a really good time. We would go, and honestly, I would be praising God cleaning. That's, I had no qualms about doing that at all. And you can't let your ego and your insecurities hold you back from doing things that God could really be testing you and calling you to do. So the number 5 reason, and it's many more reasons, but I just broke it down to 5 different ones. This one is your insecurities can cause you to allow toxic people to remain in your life for too long because you don't think that they can be replaced. I know everybody has dealt with this, where it could be in a relationship, a friendship, or whatever, where you feel like, man, this person is whatever to me, I love them or whatever, I don't want to let them go. But your insecurities will make you feel like I need them around or I need them in my life, when in all actuality, once you really learn your self-worth and you let all that kind of stuff go, it's easy for you to say adios. So I actually have a chapter in my book called Knowing Your Worth, and it talks all about that, and also the right relationships. It talks about that too. And you can find my book on Amazon. The channel in the channel banner is a link for that. With Damaged Petal, She Arose, and you can also find it on any bookstore online. So if you're interested in that, you can purchase it that way. But I thank you guys for tuning in to this video. I hope that you gained something from it, and maybe if one of these resonates with you, you can work on that area. Like I said, we all have insecurities. We all have things that we have to work on with anxieties or uncertainties. But just once you recognize those insecurities, work on stopping it so that they won't any longer hold you back. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you next week.